Hey, good day, everyone. Today will be a video log for June 20th, 2025. It was a Friday. It was actually a really sick day. So I woke up pretty late, and Ava was getting ready to go on her trip to Utah with her friend. And they're going to go to see a Pierce the Veil concert, something like that. But yeah, they were getting ready to go. Ava was still like packing and getting dressed and stuff. And we were like chilling. I was hanging out with her while she was getting ready because last time I get to see my wife today. Then her ride got here, so I walked her out and said goodbye to both of them. And then Korey and I played some video games, and Korey was just like, boo. So we went downtown and got some pizza, and then, as we were downtown, we were like, we want to go get some sodas while we're waiting for the order. I was like, oh, yeah, sure, dude. Well, I was like, I'm going to go to this new gas station. It's like one of the oldest gas stations in town. But I was like, I just want to see what it's like. We walk in. It's $1 more expensive per soda for what we usually get. I was like, okay, we're going to the other one. I was like, getting my corporate gas station back. So went to the other one. And then, I got our sodas and our food was almost done. So we went back and got some food. We got our pizza, came home, played some more video games. And then Corey was like, all right, get on R6. I was like, sick. So I chilled and played some Conquer the World. And, other Roblox. I was chilling, dude. And then wrote a video log description, and then what did I do after that? Oh, I trimmed my beard and took a shower, and before work, and it was really, really nice. I felt stunning. You know what? My hair wasn't greasy, my beard was clean. It was nice. And then so got to work, and our coworkers get there at 5, right? So 5 o'clock rolls around, and I was just like, I don't know if Joseph knows he works today. And I was like looking at the schedule. We scheduled for 5, but we wrote it on there after it was printed. And so I go in the group chat and I was like, oh my god, dude, we didn't send the schedule where he worked. But he did work on Tuesday. Like, he should have known, right? Like, he should have just looked at the schedule. And so I can't take full responsibility for it, but it was really, really funny. And our boss was just like, 3 people, you'll be fine, you'll be good. And then and he was like, yeah, you guys will be fine. And then it was super busy. Like, for about an hour and a half, it was, really nicely busy. And there was, a good amount of back tables, and, the phone was pretty consistently ringing. And then we all had tables and dirty tables. It was so fun. And then it was probably like that till about, 7:30 or so. And then died down or whatever. And we got to close. I ended up closing really on time. It was really nice. And then, it was so fun, dude. Made, $80 or something like that. Dope. And then, went home and I played some VR on Corey's VR headset, and I was sitting on his bed because he needed to charge while I was playing it. I don't have a super long charger, and I got motion sickness because my body isn't moving, but I'm looking around and doing stuff, and I literally took it off and was just like, oh my god, dude, I'm so nauseous. I was so I went upstairs and laid down for a little while, and then I had to go water my plants outside, so I went and watered them, and then came back in and went to bed early. It was really, really nice. And then at work, we were talking about something, and it was completely unrelated to what I'm about to talk about for the day, they thought. It was literally something gosh, I wish I could tell you what it was. It was something stupid. It had to do with food or something. We were just joking. And I was like, oh, you know it's just like that. And I was like, the fact that if you did make a time machine and you time traveled back in time in the same location, you'd be in the middle of space. Because, I was with the universe expanding outwards at all, the universe is constantly expanding outwards, you would have to factor in where Earth was previously and go to that place at this time that you wanted to be at. Because if you stayed in this place that I'm currently at in the scope of the universe, if you time traveled backwards, everything else would also time travel backwards, except you, right? So the space you're in would not be Earth anymore. Earth would be back where it was, and you'd be where Earth is gonna be. And eventually, with all the gravitational forces affecting you, you'll just go to orbit another object. And I think that's so funny. And they were just like, where did you pull that out of? I was like, what can I say? But it is true. It's if the universe is ever expanding, then in order to go back in time, it would have to retract back in on itself. So it would have to go backwards and gravity would have to be affecting everything backwards, right? Whatever. However, time travel works, reverse the flow of time. And if it's not affecting you, you wouldn't do any of that. You would stay in the exact same spot. So, you would have to calculate where the Earth was, accounting for all the gravitational forces that have been affecting it for time, and be able to go back to that location in a previous time. And I mean, if you mess it up in a matter of inches, you could end up in the ground or just falling onto Earth, right? Like literally imagine someone figures out a time travel, but they time travel their machine up 120 feet too high above Earth's surface and just fall and explode, dude. Like, just die. Like, that, like, it has to be so precise. Like, you could probably fall an inch or two. Or you could probably be in the ground an inch or two. Anything more than that, and stuff starts to get dangerous, right? Like, it's really, really bad. And so I'm like, it'd be really interesting if we invented a time machine, but instead of, like, time traveling like that, but also, oh my gosh, I just had the thought. Scratch what I was just saying. How would you get there? So if you had a time machine that needed to move within space while dilating time, how would that happen? So does the machine move with time and you don't within the machine? At that point, there's some other like energy happenings going on that are like way too advanced for modern technology. But if the machine is not affected by time and time is flowing backwards due to the effects of the machine, you would have to move the machine with other forces, also not affected by time, to get to where you need to go, because you can't just teleport the machine there. Right? You can't. It's not like I always imagine Family Guy where there's like, and it's like a teleport kind of like you literally teleport through time, but you'd also have to teleport through space, and at that point, teleportation is way more useful for time travel, like than time travel. If you could teleport, time travel doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't. Like, obviously, oh, I want to go back and see my grandparents. Cool, that's cool. Be cool. But also, I can literally teleport things wherever I want to go. Period. Like, that'd be crazy. But yeah, I just had thought about that. I was like, how does that work? So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful Friday, and see y'all tomorrow. Peace.